Happy new month to you guys. So welcome back to the channel. As usual, I am your host, Sellssi. And the World Cup season is coming up. We're preparing for the World Cup in earnest. And the conversation has started again. Which players should be included? The conversation started with players of foreign descent who have now shown interest, who in the past did not show interest, but now are eager to play for Ghana. It continued for a while. Then we had another conversation, which is currently brewing, of which local players we should be taking to the World Cup. As you already know, FIFA has some money allocated for clubs. It is now adding clubs that allow players to go and play in the qualifiers. And based on that, there'll be some remuneration given to those clubs. For the main World Cup itself, as we already saw in the last World Cup in Qatar 2022, there was something similar done. And now the conversation has started. Which of our locally based players should we add to Benjamin Asari, who many feel is a shoo-in for the position already, to help boost the economic conditions of our various football clubs? Government Communication, Minister of Government Communications has chipped in his 2 cents on the matter. I'll be chipping in my 2 cents on the matter as well in relation to this. Felix Afena-Gyan as well found the back of the net for his club side. Kudus Mohammed was in action over the weekend as well. A very, very humbling weekend for Kudus in particular. We'll look at all that today. As usual, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Click on that notification bell to get more updates. Hard football merchandise links are in the description. Pin it at the first comment here. Don't forget to purchase our merch. It goes a long way to help the channel. And with the World Cup coming up, it will help us a lot to give you all the best coverage we can give you at this World Cup and the African Cup of Nations, despite Ghana not being there. We'll jump right into it and first start off from the camp of the Ghana Black Stars and who should be in the World Cup squad. Now, the Minister of Government Communications chipped into the conversation. Last time out, he spoke about equal pay for female footballers and for male footballers. We talked about how or why that could be a problem. I gave you my 2 cents as to why it could be a problem. Locally based players are also now the topic of conversation. This afternoon, Kumasi Asante Kotoko played with Kerala United, and one player whose name was being talked about after the 90 minutes was Hubert Jew, a new acquisition for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, the youngster who scored contender for goal of the season. Many are of the opinion that he should be included. Now, a couple of weeks ago, before Kumasi Asante Kotoko played Wydad in the CAF Confederations Cup, the man they were pushing for was Albert Amwa. Albert Amwa has switched allegiance to Libyan side Al Ahly Benghazi. My question is, what has changed? Is he still not performing as well? Well, they are now about to start their league. But why is it that this fight has switched? If Albert Amwa, he's still a Ghanaian, the thing is that we want a local team to benefit from the remuneration that FIFA will be giving clubs that allow their players or who have players play at the World Cup. And that's as simple as that. It has nothing to do with Albert Amwa and his abilities, but probably where he is currently. Hubert Jehu is now the talking point, and the Minister of Communication, let me read to you what exactly he said concerning that talk of local players being included in the Black Stars squad. Now, he said that at the last World Cup, there were local players. Local players and local teams benefited. So I see no reason why we cannot repeat the same. It's a 26-man squad. Not everybody gets to play. There are some who will never touch a football anyway. So why don't we utilize opportunity to select the best performing local players? At the same time, our local clubs will also benefit from this package. So I think it's a win-win for everyone. I support it fully. And I'm not against it. I'm not against it at all. I think that if we are able, the ideal situation would be to find a player who is amazingly good and who is a locally based player, and then include him into the national team. That will be the sweet spot for us. But here's the case where our local players, we've seen them playing at the Chan. We've seen how not so good they've been. We've seen them playing in other tournaments and they've not been up there. What the minister essentially here is saying is that we should include them. They might not play, but the remuneration that will come in will benefit their clubs and the local league in general. And that is actually what he is pushing for. When you put it in that way, I might side with you. But then what message are we looking to send here? Well, some would not care. Some would say that, hey, we're looking to improve our league. We're looking to bring some monies in that will help the league. And we probably would put people's feelings aside. My question would be next that the last World Cup in 2022, when these monies came in, how did it benefit the local clubs? What did it improve? Did it improve training? Did it improve anything at these clubs? How to folk benefited from it? Daniel Lefrier-Barnier, did it improve them in any way? Are there some differences we can see? Until we start seeking accountability for some of these things in this manner, we will keep doing this thing of including local players for the economic benefit and not see any results. We can decide to use 26 local players, and every single club in the Ghana Premier League will have one representative, let's say 18 from the Ghana Premier League. If we do not hold the purse holders or whoever is in charge responsible in terms of what they use the money for, how they use the money, and what they use it to improve, we might not get the result we need. I understand where the minister is coming from, but he also has to look at the other aspect where we've participated in past World Cups, where local clubs have their players included, but still we have not seen any sort of improvement in their economic fortunes. How about that? As I said the other time, we've been to 5 World Cups now. We don't have a legacy project that the World Cup has given us. We qualified for the 2022 World Cup. To the best of my knowledge, when we won that game versus Nigeria, we were entitled to $12.5 million from FIFA to prepare for the tournament. What did that money go into? Did we build a legacy project? In the past, when Kwesi Nyantakyi was in charge, he promised a legacy project for the Ghana national or the Ghana Black Stars, something similar to what the French national team has and the England national team has. We haven't seen anything bear fruit from all that. So for all the talk about including locally based players here and there, we have to also look at the other side of making sure that the economic benefits that we seek for them are put to right use. Otherwise, we'll keep on doing the same thing and expecting a different result, which we both know is insanity. Let me know what you think in the comments box on this matter here of including local based players for the economic benefit they will bring without some form of accountability, in my opinion. On target today was Felix Afena-Gyan, his first goal of the season for his club side, Ahmedspor, in their 3-0 win. Felix Afena-Gyan moved to the club side from Cremonese. He moved there on loan and is looking to get more playing time. Felix Afena-Gyan, I think we know what has been the issue for him. Consistency. Last season or so, he was with Juventus C, found his feet a bit, moved back to Cremonese, and now he's on loan here with Ahmedspor, off and running for the season. Congratulations to him. We hope that this is the start of amazing things for him. My final story has to do with Kudus Mohammed yesterday. versus Chelsea was marshaled very heavily by Marco Cucurella, and I think Cucurella did a yeoman's job on Kudus Mohammed. I posted who you think won the battle on my Facebook page, and I think some were citing that Kudus, some were saying they are fans of Kudus, but Cucurella did an amazing job. I have to say, Marco Cucurella did his homework on Kudus Mohammed. Kudus was average, to say the least. Chelsea were the better team in this one here, and they got all the 3 points. Kudus and Tottenham Hotspur, who many know probably would have faltered later on in the season, are still struggling. The team is a bit thin now, not as big as they thought, and Chelsea beating them is no news at this point. Tottenham, however, still in the top half of the table, and they could be upper if they get their acts together and get the results going for them. And that is how I end it for today, to talk about locally based players being included in the national team for the World Cup. My 2 cents on it. We can call for all clubs to have a representative there, but if there's no accountability in how the economic benefit is used to improve the clubs in some way, we'll be back here and nothing would change. I'll be also talking to you about Felix Afena-Gyan's first goal of the season, Kudus Mohammed versus Chelsea. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day.